Hi everyone, good morning. Welcome again to our online class discussion. And today's our objectives are the following. First, we have identify the elements of persuasive language. Second, define and discuss persuasive language techniques. And then the third one, determine persuasive language techniques and how it is used in ads, campaigns, and advocacy. So that those are the learning objectives that we are going to achieve in our discussion this morning. Okay, so before we start in our proper discussion, let us have first a motivation. So I have here a motive questions class. Okay, can you answer this? Okay, so can you think of a time when you have tried to convince someone of your point of view? Okay, so can you think of a time? Okay, so perhaps you have argued with your parents about attending a party, especially nowadays. Okay, we are not allowed to go out and then to attend parties. So, what are those strategies? What are those techniques that you use in order for you to convince your parents to allow you to do it? Or you have debated the merits of a particular pop star with a friend. So teenagers like you are very much fond of idols, the K-pop idols. Okay, so maybe you have to convince your friends to like the idols that you idolize too or you like too. Okay. And then aside from that, no, whether or not you realize or whether you are aware or you are not aware, no, you would have been using persuasive techniques to make your case. Okay? You would also have been taking into account two important elements of an persuasive language. So when you are convincing or persuading someone's, no. So talking about elements, so the two elements that you have taken accounts, no, are the audience and then the purpose. Okay, so like what I said, talking about elements, so let's first talk about the elements of persuasive language. Okay, so we have four elements of persuasive language, and these are, we have the form, the purpose, the audience, and then the language. Okay, so let us discuss each element of persuasive language. Okay, so when we say form, okay, so when we say form, okay, form is what is the media form and text types. So what are those media or text type that you use, okay, in persuading someone? Okay, like for example, have you using a newspaper or a televisions or an editorial, a news story, or a radio or what? So what are those media? So when we talk about persuasive language elements, which is form, so it talks about the media that you use or the text type that you use. Okay, and then can you also use it in online discussions or what are its special features? Okay, second one is the purpose. Okay, we have the purpose. In the purpose, what are they writing? Okay, so we should know, okay, we should know what is our purpose, our reasons. Okay, what is your purpose to make you agree with something, and then what are the actions that you are going to take, and then are you going to think more carefully. Okay, so what is the purpose? Or it is also it is the purpose that you need to achieve, okay, in persuading. Okay, and then the third one is the audience. Of course, the audience is who are they writing for, or who are your audience, or who are your listener, who are the readers. Okay, and then who are you going to convince? Okay, so the audience are, it could be a wide audience. Okay, it could be in specialist, okay, a reader, or a people or a person that is affected by the issue. Okay, so that is the language, ay the audience. And then the last one, okay, it is the language. Okay, the language, how do words and images influence me or how it is influence you? Okay, and then aside from that, when you say language, how do words, no, like what I said, how do words and images influence you? Or what are those techniques? Okay, what are those the persuasive language techniques that you are going to use in order to persuade someone or to convince someone? Like for example, by using a forceful tone, okay, colorful languages, and then striking images using striking images. Okay, so that is our focus on our discussion this morning. Okay, the language of persuasions. Okay, what are those images and striking words that you can use in order to persuade or convince someone? Okay, it's all about campaign and advocacy. Okay, so when we say the language of persuasion, okay, it is the use of appeals to reasons, values, beliefs, and emotion to convince a listener or reader to think or act in a particular way. Okay, so, and then aside from that, it is used for many reasons. For example, to help sell products. Okay, maybe that is the first, no, the first reasons why we need a persuasive language, no? Especially when you are a business minded, no, when you are having a selling business. So how to sell your product? So persuasive language will be a great help for you in doing that. Or services like in ad campaigns or to convince people to accept a view or idea. Okay. And when we say also persuasive text, it is use complex language to express and to justify an opinion. Okay. So the writers is trying to persuade the reader to their point of view, or you're trying to let the audience or your readers know, okay, to convince to believe in what you are believing. Okay, so examples of this could be in the letters, in the form of letters, speech, debate, okay, thesis, essay, expert, and then the expert opinions. And then aside from that, we also have lot of evidences and techniques, okay, in using the language of permissions. So these are some of them are the facts, the statistics, and other informations that serve as evidence not to support your argument. Okay, and then speaking of those facts, statistics, and evidences, which are considered as the language of persuasion techniques. So I will now give you some of those language techniques, language of persuasion techniques. We have here the nine. Okay, okay, we have the types of persuasive language techniques. Okay, like what I said, we have here nine types of persuasive language techniques. First one is the repetition. Okay, and then the second one, opinion. Third one is hyperbole, the use of exaggerated words. Personal pronouns. Number five is imperative command. Number six is group of three, or the what we call triple. Then the emotive language, facts and statistics, and the last one is the rhetorical question. So let us first have the repetitions. Okay, so for sure, from the word itself, repetitions, you already have an idea of what is a repetitions. So it is the repetition of words, phrases, or idea, okay, that emphasizes the point, okay, you are trying to make. Okay, it reinforces the point and helps the reader to remember it. So the use of repetitions, no, it helps the reader, okay, to remember it. Okay, like for example, when you say never, never, never to be released. So the word never, 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 okay, it will never, never, never disappoint you. So there is an instance, no, that it will the readers or your audience will recall it, no, by repeating the word never, never, never. Okay, and then aside from that, like for example, when you are persuading your son or your daughter to make a thorough practice, no, okay, so why don't you say practice, practice, practice? So once he or she reads that, no, she always or he always remember to practice. Okay, so that is repetition. Next one is the opinion. Okay, this opinion is an expert. Okay, opinion coming from an expert. Okay, persuasive text use language to express and justify an opinion. Okay, uh, and then contention. Do you know what is a contention? Contention is simply a word for point of view or opinion. Simply another word for point of view or opinion. Okay, so you may start your sentence with the word that. Okay, with the word that can help you identify the writer's contention. Like for example, an expert said that reality television is a waste of time. So for sure, they will have an idea that the reality show is not a good one to watch. So maybe it will affect okay the readers or the audience, okay, or the viewers. So they will believe on what the opinions of others or in what the opinions of that expert. Okay, and then like another example is the teens should have access to private medical appointments. So that is also an expert opinion example. And then could be also the facts baiting should be banned. So those are the use of opinions in a persuasive language techniques. Okay, third one is the hyperbole. Okay, hyperbole or the use of exaggerated words. No, we all know that when we say exaggerations, we overreact on it. Okay, so when you overstate or exaggerated, no, it interferes or it reinforces what? It reinforces your point of view and gives it greater importance. Okay, once you overreact and then you exaggerated of some things, it said that it gives a great importance. Okay, we all know that hyperbole is a figure of speech which is considered exaggeration. Like for example, I cried a million tears. Yan. Okay, so I reached died or I nearly died from laughing. Okay, I reached died or I nearly died from laughing. So that is an exaggeration. Who will die? Okay, of laughing or from laughing. So no one will die from laughing. So that is only an exaggeration. So if you use that techniques, no, in persuading, for sure, you will achieve your goal, no, to persuade or to convince someone with the use of that technique, the exaggerations or the use of hyperbole or hyperbole. Okay, next we have number 4 is personal pronouns. So we all know that personal pronouns are used to substitute, no, put to announce, and then use of personal pronouns so your readers see that you are speaking directly to them. Yan. So we use the personal pronouns in persuasive language techniques, no, for them, no, for us, our readers, to see that you are speaking directly to them. Like for example, the use of we, you, are, and then us. Okay, make the audience believe you are speaking only to them. And then the use of personal pronouns can draw the readers into the material that you are writing and make them feel more involved immediately. So that is the reason why we should use the personal pronouns, no, in a persuasive language. So let them feel that they are involved or they are more involved immediately. Okay? And then example, okay. Another one is a pronoun is immensely powerful little words that can add significant power to persuasive language. So remember that, take note of that. Pronouns are immensely powerful little words that can add significant power to persuasive language. And this power means that it is easy to undergo or overdo their usage. Okay. And then next one is okay, next persuasive language techniques is the imperative command. Yan. So when we say an imperative command, we all know that imperative command is requesting, okay, requesting something, or making a wish or request. So imperative is a type of sentence that gives instructions, advice, express a command, an order, or direction, or a request. Okay, so like for example, share a wish or request. Okay, so you can use it not to persuade someone. Okay, like for example, in a share a wish or request, so share a polite wishes and requests with someone, such as have a good day. So once you say have a good day, so like for example, you use it in in an ad. Have a good day. Drink this soda. Okay, so you are advertising and persuading, and because they use the imperative sentence, maybe you have a chance to convince or to persuade them to drink or buy that products that you are endorsing. Okay, and then it could be an offer, an invitations. Okay, like for example, please join me for dinner tonight. Okay, and then share a command or request, like for example, stop beating the dog. Okay, and then next one is give an instructions. Okay, so and give an instruction, like for example, uh, let him cool down, and then ask about the incident. Okay, so that is an imperative command. And then next one, number 6 is a group of three, or the triple. Okay, so obviously when we say group of three or triple or rule of three, so things that comes in three. Okay, because it said that those things that comes in three are more persuasive. Okay? Human process information using this pattern. Okay, using this pattern, the pattern of the group of three, or the rule of three. Okay, three is the smallest. They said that three is the smallest number of elements required to create a pattern. And being brief and having a pattern makes our content more memorable. Okay, most of the time, no, these are the group of three of adjectives. Okay? Okay. And then sometimes a group of three of nouns. Okay? So, for example, blood, sweat, and tears. Okay, so that is the group of three of um, nouns, no? Okay, cool, calm, and collected. So you can use that, no? You can use that in ads or in a campaigns, no? As a persuasive language techniques. And then, like for example, scissor, paper, rock, and then stop, look, and listen. Okay, like for that example, the last example, stop, look, and listen. It has a big impact to everyone, no? When we are walking on the road, no? We are always reminded of that, to stop, look, and listen. So that's very good ad. Okay. And then the very good ad that which fall downs in the group of three, or the rule of three. Okay. And then for number 7, emotive language. So what are those emotive language? When we say emotive language, plays on people's feelings and persuade them to agree. Okay, so we are referring to the people's emotions and feelings, no? Okay, and then use those emotions and feelings to let them persuade or let them agree with us. Okay, we care about human traits. Okay, like for example, loyalty, humility, generosity, patience, strength, honestly, and then the humor. Okay, so those are some examples of emotive language, human traits, no? And then heavily weigh the persuasive text with abstract words such as heart, love. It's all about heart, love, sorrow, despair, hate, destiny, and then the truth, or the pain. And then another one in the emotive language, we can use also a humor. Okay, so if you encounter those ads or those campaigns with the use of feelings, emotions, okay, uh, they are using the persuasive language techniques, emotive language. Okay, and then next, number 8 is the facts and statistics. Okay, facts and statistics, which is considered as evidence or presenting evidences. Okay, so in the presenting evidences, we could say that these are the facts. Okay, statistics say, and then experts are of the opinion or as a result. So okay, and then aside from that, no, in the facts and statistics, an evidence or an informations used to support your belief. Okay, you should support your belief, your opinion, point of view, or propositions. And then it's also found in research. Okay, and then it's used as statistics. Okay, numbers, figures, okay, percentage. And then it could be also an expert opinions or studies or editorial ideas. Okay, so with this, the reader must make decisions in the accuracy of the evidence. Okay, so that is the facts and statistics. And then next one is the rhetorical question. Okay, so what is a rhetorical questions? So when we say rhetorical questions, questions that we don't expect, okay, question that we don't expect our audience to answer. Okay, it doesn't need the audience to answer that questions, no, because the answer is implied. Okay? So, it is already implied, no? Or, I mean, it is because the answer is obvious. Okay? A rhetorical question is more like a statement for fact and can be a powerful persuasive device. Okay, so you make an ad through a rhetorical questions. That it said that it can be a powerful, okay, a powerful persuasive device. Okay, so like for example, are we there yet? Or another example is, how many children have to die? So like for example, your ad is all about the vitamin C, no, a vitamins for children, a vitamin C or vitamins for children. And then you use the rhetorical question, how many more children have to die? Okay, so those are some examples. And then another one is, do you think you are, okay, who do you think you are? Or do you think you are intelligent? Okay, so you could also have there an ads about a, a medicines that help you boost your intelligence, no? Okay, so those are the rhetorical questions. Okay, so did you get it? Do you have any more questions about the types of persuasive language techniques? Okay, so for sure, do you understand, okay, the different types of persuasive language techniques and how it is used in ads and campaigns and advocacies? Okay, so let's have now, okay, a practice exercises. Okay, so like for this example, so what persuasive techniques are the following? Okay, what persuasive techniques are the following? Okay, so first one, using words like we, you, are, us to make your audience think you are talking only to them. Okay, so you better take note of the use of the we, the we, the you, and then the are. Okay, so this is what? So the correct answer is this is a personal pronouns. So this is the language, the persuasive language technique used here is the personal pronouns. Okay, next, number two. Okay, when three adjectives or praise are used together to make them stand out. So we have here the clue there, three. So meaning that is group of three, okay, or the rule of three. Okay, very good. And then number three, repeating words or phrases so that they stick in your audience mind, or repetitions of the word. So there is another clue there, or repeating words or phrases. So that is a repetition. Okay, the language or the persuasive language techniques used is repetition. Okay, and then how about number four? Using words that make people sad, angry, upset, sympathetic, or guilty. So we have, we have the clue there, feel, feel sad, angry, upset, sympathetic, or guilty. So that is an emotive language. Okay, emotive language. And then number five, using questions that don't need an answer to get the audience to think. Okay, so in in every persuasive techniques that we have, no, we have already the clue. Yan, question. So that is pertaining to the rhetorical questions. Okay, next. Homework is boring, dull, and uninteresting. So if you are going to analyze it, we have the boring, the dull, and then the uninteresting. So if we are going to analyze it, we have used here the three adjectives. So what is that? Yes, that is a group of three, or the rule of three. And then for number 7, if I get one more homework task, I am going to move to the moon. Okay, so if I get one more homework task, I am going to move to the moon. Okay, so analyze it. Going to move to the moon. Okay, have you seen a person who have more homework that goes to the moon? Okay, so that is an exaggeration, no? Exaggerated. So no one do it, no? No one does it. Okay, so that is hyperbole. Okay, then number 8, 95% of pupil feel that there is too much homework. So we have here 95% of pupils. So it use a numbers, a figure. So it falls in the facts and statistics. So the persuasive language technique used there is the facts and statistics. Okay, preferably it is a statistics because it use of numbers. Okay, and then next one is how would you feel is you if sorry that is if okay if you had 2 hours of homework every night. Okay, so how would you feel? Okay, so that is a question. So that is a rhetorical questions. Okay, and then next number 10 is remember what is was like to be at school. Remember how much work you had. So we have there the word, no, remember, and then remember. So the word remember has been repeated. So meaning the persuasive language technique that is used is repetition. Okay, very good. So those are the persuasive techniques. Okay, so persuasive language techniques. So I know that you are now familiar with it. Okay, how about if we use it in an ads or in a posters? Okay, so first one, this one, what do you think? What persuasive language technique is used in this poster? Okay, so we use the facts and statistics. So in the statistics, why? Okay, because if you are going to look at it, no, they use a what? They use what they call the figures or the statistics there. Okay, and then how about this one? Yan, almost milk, mustache, almost milk. Okay, so look for the clue. That will give you an idea of what persuasive language technique is used. So if we are going to analyze it, we have almost milk and then almost milk. So from there is a repeated words, okay, repeated phrase. So meaning this is a repetition. Okay, the persuasive language technique used is repetition. And then third one, okay, so there's no word there. Okay, we only have pictures. Okay, so this is an hyperbole or hyperbole. Okay, in what way, Okay, why do you say so or how do you say so that it's an example of hyperbole or exaggeration? Okay, because in the picture, no, we can say that the woman is very tired, no? Okay, very tired because of the bombarded paperwork. So she wanted to drink a coffee, yan, a coffee break. But then look at the cup of the coffee. So it is very exaggerated because even how tired you are, no, you cannot have a coffee that is in that kind of cup or in that huge or big cup. Okay, so that is an example of hyperbole or exaggerations. Okay, next one. Yan, kids grow up so quickly, don't they? So, if you are going to look at this, no, there is a question. So this is an example of a rhetorical questions. Okay? And then next one, special ad audience for Facebook ads. Okay, so analyze carefully the pictures. So we have special ad audiences for Facebook ads. Okay, we have the songs, arts, or the travel, no? Okay, so they uses three. Yan, three things. So that is a group of three. Okay, and then the last one, yan. So marry me. So what is that? What persuasive language technique is used? So once you write it uh, in the in the mirror, marry me. So meaning you are persuading someone to marry you using the persuasive language technique imperative command. Okay, so maybe you are having a wish or commanding someone to marry you or wish someone to marry you. Okay, very good. So, very good, no? For sure, you are very much aware of the use and the different types of persuasive techniques, no? Persuasive language techniques. So, are you ready now for the quiz? Okay, so your quiz will be posted in the Google Classroom. Okay, so that's all for today. No, I hope that you learned something. You learned a lot from what we have discussed this morning. Okay, so thank you for listening, for spending time with me. Okay, again, this is Mom Glad saying learning is easy, especially when you learn it with me. Okay, for that, goodbye, and then keep safe, everyone, and then see you again to my next video or next online class discussion. Okay, click like and then subscribe. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.